There was no misreading the sentiment of the Senate today, not when it comes to dealing with the credit card companies. The Senate voted 90-5 to help consumers angered by what they see as arbitrary interest rate hikes and undisclosed fees. 3/4 of American families have credit cards, and half of them have debt averaging $5,700. The new law may help those people, but may also lead to penalties for those who pay their bills on time. We have two reports, and we begin with Jonathan Karl on Capitol Hill. John?
Charlie, this decisive vote sends the credit card companies an unmistakable message. They must change the way they do business.
The ayes are 90, the nays are 5.
The overwhelming vote reflects how angry people are at credit card companies.
Today, the little guy won. So for consumers across the country who are drowning in credit card debt, a lifeboat has just arrived.
All too many can relate to the story of Bernice Alston. She saw the interest rate on her Visa card go up overnight from 1.99% to 23%. She called to complain. Here's what she was told.
Whatever we want, we can change whatever we want. And if you don't like it, Mrs. Alston, close your account. And I was so, he just hung the phone up in my ear.
That will change. The Credit Card Bill of Rights will require companies to give 45 days notice and an explanation before raising interest rates, and put limits on penalty fees. In the past, companies could raise rates on cardholders who were just a single day late. Now they won't be able to do that unless a payment is at least 60 days late. The bill will also make it harder for those under 21 without income to get credit cards.
Republicans had long opposed these regulations, but ended up voting overwhelmingly in favor of them. Critics of the industry say the changes are long overdue.
They finally held Congress and credit card companies accountable for them to simply honor the terms of the contracts that were signed.
The bill passed despite strong opposition from the credit card industry.
History has shown that when the government imposes price controls, consumers have fewer choices and they pay more.
The bill is expected to pass the House later this week and quickly be signed by the president. After that, the credit card industry will be given 9 months to change the way it does business. Jonathan Karl, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
This is David Muir in New York. Now that Congress has moved to crack down on credit card companies who suddenly hike rates and fees, just where will the banks make up for that lost revenue? Because analysts say they will make up for it somewhere.
Riskier borrowers pay more for loans, just like riskier drivers pay more for car insurance. And the inability to price for risk means that cost is spread out over everybody.
The banking industry admitted to us today that means even the most responsible of customers, the ones who pay on time month to month, are going to be paying more. Before, banks often raised rates on their riskier borrowers. Now they warn it will be spread out. More than just losing airline points or other perks on your credit cards, the American Bankers Association told us to expect new annual fees or higher ones, a change in that 30-day grace period after you make a purchase. In fact, you could start paying interest as soon as you buy something, and the rate you're paying could rise for everyone.
Everybody will pay a little bit more.
Consumer advocates say some customers are already seeing it.
You think the banks will raise those rates?
I don't have to make a prediction here. We've been watching the banks raise the rates, and we've been watching them raise them, not on people who defaulted, not on people who are already in some kind of trouble. We've been watching them raise them on good customers. It's already happening.
To couples like Mindy and Michael Bush, who are now expecting a baby. They were not expecting the rate hike on their credit card. It spiked 12% in a month.
We've been paying our bills consistently. We haven't been late, and just arbitrarily, they raised our interest rate.
Bank of America wouldn't talk about that specific account, but said any hikes reflect current economic conditions. We did call several banks today, Citigroup, American Express, Capital One, all of them standing by what the American Bankers Association told us today. Higher rates and annual fees for everyone. Seems they'll abide by the new rules, Charlie, but they're not about to give up the billions of dollars they make in profits on those credit cards.
All right, David Muir reporting tonight.